What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and Profab Headers and Exhaust. What's going on? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
And
I'm
on the
Thomas.
phone. Yeah, there we go. We got Thomas.
There we go.
What's up with you?
Nothing much. Just might as well chill out. You put a post up, and I just asked, "Hey, could I be on?"
Might as well. Might as well do it. We appreciate it. All right, I'm going to let you, I think I know, because I even said this to Connor last week. I'm going to let you pronounce your last name so I know I'm not getting it wrong.
It's Martucci.
Martucci.
I think I had it.
I think you had it.
Yeah.
I think Connor had it. I can barely speak, say Rogers, right? So
I mean, yours is easy. Both of y'all's are easy.
I'll get tongue-tied on it, Oh, fun. Thomas runs Legend Cars with us down here. Dillon, Florence. He even ventured up to Wake County this year, but you are from Connecticut, correct?
Yes, sir. I'm originally from Ellington, Connecticut, and I moved down to Conway last year and just started racing at Florence and Dillon. And I made the venture up to Wake County last month, and we had a pretty good run.
Sweet. So what? So you raced even up in Connecticut, right?
Yes, I did at the Waterford Speed Bowl.
Waterford Speed Bowl. What? How old were you when you started your racing career?
Oh, gosh, when I started my racing career, I was 14, starting at Stafford in their kart program, and then
Nice.
got out of it last year when I started Legend Cars.
Nice. And you're how old now?
I am now 19.
19. Connor, you're still a young one.
Yep. Comparatively.
Comparatively. Not comparatively to many of these racings anymore.
Yeah.
I saw God, I'm trying to remember the young boy's name. Drives Lee Falk. Them guys. 12 years old.
You're talking about it's the one car, something junior.
12 years old, I know, and won a race this past weekend.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know.
Limited
I think I know who you're
legend.
talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was just like getting started in 4-cylinder at 12.
I was still racing a go-kart.
Yeah. I don't think I was anywhere close to being ready to getting a late model.
Well, I'm not going to say you are or aren't, whatever, because also the one, I'm going to have to look that up real fast so I can know exactly who I'm talking about. I should know who it is. But I will say, and I guess I start, four-cylinder's first thing you drove, wasn't it, Connor?
Oh, I started bandoliers at 10. I drove that
That's
at
right.
10 and
That's
11, and then I started 4-cylinders
That's right.
when I was 12.
I don't know that I was ready per se. I guess, ready. But I felt like at 12. I know at 13 because I had looked at it at 13. Darren Krantz Jr. That's right.
Yeah, I knew it was something junior.
That's right.
Wow.
I went and looked at a late model with my dad. We were going to look at it, getting in it when I was about that age, and didn't work out. If it would have worked out, though,
Yeah,
I'd have been in it.
that'd have been
if they'd have let me, because a lot of times they weren't letting, people that young drive back then, because that's been a long time ago now, because I'm 30.
I don't even think you could
now.
get in a Legend car at that age, could you?
No, it was still 13, I think, then.
Wow.
You had to be 13 for Legends. And you didn't see, actually, around here, Legends, even though they were born right here, in Charlotte, we didn't see Legends around here for a long time. It's only been the last, I don't know, handful of years around here that Legends have really, really grown as much as they have. I remember when you got in a Legend over there one of the first times over in Dillon anyway, and that they'd come around some then, but they wasn't even racing on regular then, were they?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Really,
Wow.
whenever Dennis
Yeah,
started racing in Florence, that's the first time
because I remember you got in the
years that they've been racing in Florence. Now, I think when they first started, they were kind of big for a while.
Yeah.
But ever since I can remember going to the racetrack, I don't remember Legends being on the schedule.
No,
weekly.
it was kind of I ain't gonna say touring thing.
Yeah.
It was like that. It just come around every once in a while.
Yeah. There wasn't a local class of Legends.
No, there wasn't
at our
No,
racetrack.
there wasn't.
And all of a sudden, here in the, I will say past handful of years, but really about the past 3 years is about all that's been, normal on the schedule here. And which is crazy because but the thing is, like, even in Charlotte, they were telling me there's nowhere they race up there ever.
In the Charlotte area,
yeah.
Once Concord closed down,
exactly.
There's not a track
because they run the shootout and stuff like that, and like little nationals and the road course nationals and stuff like that, and that's all they run Legends up there, even though they're headquartered right there. But I did hear something the other day, and hopefully I won't get in trouble for this, but I did hear there might be a new track going up right beside Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Really?
That's going to be a small track that they want to multi-purpose.
That'd be good. They had that 5th mile back there, but
it's covered with dirt now.
Is it?
Yeah,
I went there.
It sunk and started cutting because I was on the landfill back there.
Yeah, well, when I was there, maybe June of this year, because we wanted to see, because we thought, the last time I drove on it one time, whenever I was first starting in the Bandos, and it hadn't changed at all. I thought they kind of done worked on it, but it was hilly and just in awful shape.
My buddy Andy up there at Profab Headers told me they covered it with dirt, I guess, in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He said he was up there the other day, because that's the way they came in to the track for the shootout.
Yeah, you go. I remember you go through that back. But it was really, you can't use it.
You
couldn't use it anyway. It was really, they used to do the little school where you could go rent, and I did that one time. I don't see how we ever did that. It is like,
I watched an
absolute
hills race over there. They had one going on the morning of, it was something, I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like the morning of one of the dirt races that was there across the street. They had a big legend car race there. It's been years ago. Me and Sterling ended up there, and I'm trying to remember why we were there. Maybe that was it. Anyway, we went over there and watched them, and it was bandos and legends, and I want to say they even had some go-karts out there racing. And yeah, them things was just like jumping humps back there.
I can't imagine. Turn 1 is like downhill.
Yeah, it was like off-cambered. I mean, it was bad.
It looks so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely weird. Definitely weird. Andy, what's up, man? He's giving us a shout out there on Facebook.
That'd be cool. The quarter mile.
I'm hoping that's true. I'm hoping it's true.
If it is,
that'd be really cool.
Quarter mile at Concord, which was, it was had a little bank in it. That thing was very successful. Friday and Saturday nights, they would have a lot of Legends and Bandoleros. So I think that'd be great if they could have a dedicated track instead of just the infield of Charlotte.
The only thing that scares me about it being where it is, they'll probably want to run it on like Wednesday nights.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday nights. I'm
easily.
like, no. Like, I would love to go up to Millbridge and run the Legend car because they were doing it. I don't know if they still are. They weren't getting great car counts because they were running them on like a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
and I understand why they're doing it, but it's just it's almost impossible. I mean, I'd have to take off 2 days of work to go do it. Well, anyway, oh well. Anyway, Connor, what's been up with you, man? What you been other than the racetrack? What you been up to?
Racetrack, just enjoying last week of summer this week.
You back to school
next Monday? Yep.
Back to school.
Unfortunately. How was
You ready for it?
I guess. Not really, but I'm ready for it. But I just don't want to do it.
You're going into your senior year.
Yes, sir.
Senior year. Oh, it's your fun year.
I hope so.
It's your fun year. I promise you it is. I promise you it is. Yep. Hopefully, what are you saying there, Thomas? Your senior year was fun?
It hopefully is good for fun for you. Mine was. My senior year was fun.
I was going to say, my senior year was, if I could go back, if I said I want to go back to any time, it's my senior year of high school. I had a lot of fun my senior year of high school. It was great.
I think it will be.
I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy. It was just, I don't know, there was something about it. It was like the schools, and they still do probably a little bit. It's like they treat you a little different because they knew it was your last year, and you got some special stuff, for be in your senior year, especially if you're doing good in school. I never was hard but you are. So yeah, I think you'll have fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it, but just not ready to get back into the schoolwork just yet. But it's coming.
You'll get in the mode.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you better be looking at it now. You looking at colleges? What you looking at?
Yeah, we're doing some of the dual credit stuff. It's kind of been is pretty. I mean, it's big now. Like that's you can do that throughout most of your high school now.
My niece did that. She did. She actually graduated tech with a associate's degree actually a week before she graduated high school.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm looking at kind of tech's got a little engineering program. Kind of looking at that. You can do 2 years there and then go to Francis Marion to complete it, or just get the certificate there. So
you won't stay around home?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's probably what I would enjoy the most. I don't really have a big desire to go off to college and get the college experience. I mean,
for the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, really, for a lot more money, I can do it here a lot cheaper. I'm not really the one to venture out any.
I know what Connor's like. He's saying I can do that and still race.
Yeah, that's also a big plus.
That's all it is.
Thomas, you are in college now, aren't you?
I am in college. Yeah, I'm about actually to go back in two weeks' time.
Where do you go?
From today. Or Georgetown Technical College here in Conway, right next to Coastal.
How is the Conway, Horry County life down there?
It's not bad, honestly. Campus is actually pretty big, which I really like. I took spring semester off so I could go into welding for this semester, so hopefully that goes well.
Nice. You're taking some good old welding. I got my I'm certified MIG and TIG and never used it.
Really?
I mean, I use it around here, but I never went to work for it.
Yeah.
It comes in use at the worst times possible sometimes, too.
Oh, I promise you it does. I promise you
yeah.
it does. Cool, man. Cool. So that's what you're, what are you doing? Like a associate in welding, or what you doing?
Certificate. I can get certified at the school, actually.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I tell anybody anymore, and something like you're wanting to go into, which is a practical field. Engineering is a practical field that people need. Welding is a practical field that people constantly need. You're nothing is ever going to replace that.
Yeah, you're always going to be a high demand job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People going for, I'm getting my arts degree. Okay, what are you going to do with that? I mean,
What kind of job?
I'm like, you going to be a teacher? I mean, if you're going to do it to be a teacher, great for you. But if you're not, I mean, half time it just sounds useless to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all college kids know better than me.
I wouldn't know any better either.
I don't understand it. I mean, now in saying that, I know a lot of jobs out there that literally require a college degree. Doesn't specify what it is.
That might just be what it's for.
At least something that just says I went.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I went. I was there. I attended. So I don't know, but all right. Well, I reckon it's time to get into some. Well, I want to go back real quick, real fast before I do anything else. Want to say shout out to my wife, Kayla. They had their inclusion workshop at church this past weekend. For the first time ever doing it. Some other churches, people from other churches came around and stuff like that. I think they had 27 people there.
Awesome.
For a small town and the churches that are here, I mean, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm glad it went well.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it really did.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's cool.
Special needs inclusion workshop there. She did really good at it. She's not a public speaker, and she'll tell you this. And so for her to get up in front of everybody and do it was something different for her. So, but she did good. She had her twin sister who went to Liberty for. I'm not even going to try to say what it was, but it's I don't know. Somebody has said, but it was dealing with children's psych. God, I can't remember. But anyway, it related. And so, congrats to her. And she had some other people. Vicky from the Miracle League here, who is, we have baseball.
Yeah.
It's all inclusion baseball.
Oh.
So she came out, spoke about her son, who is special needs, but she talked about the Miracle League and stuff too. So it was good. Also, while I'm on here, anybody in this area, sign-ups, registration for Miracle League ends here in the next few days. So if you know somebody that is a special needs person, not even just child, they let anybody play. I think the oldest person they had out there this past year, developmental psychology is what Crystal went for. There we go. Thank you, Cal. But anyway, Miracle League sign-ups are now. I think they said the oldest person out there was like 83 this past year.
Yeah.
On down to, I don't know, probably
5 or 6.
something like that. So
I know they had like a 16 teams, something. It was like a full field of teams, which is
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And so we've tried to, Chicken Bone Alley even here, try to be very supportive. We've had a couple fundraisers throughout this year so far. I think we've raised over $1,000 for them.
Awesome.
So between our,
the
sign and some other stuff, I did a thing just online during Autism Awareness Month. We raised some money. We sponsored a hole for the golf tournament. Stuff like that.
Good stuff.
So, if anybody's interested in donating to the Miracle League, that's a cause we like to give to. Just not just because my son plays on it, by no means. It's more because I see what they're doing there, and it's with 16 teams.
Yeah,
they need another field.
Really, I know.
It's and those fields are specialty fields. They're some type of rubber mat.
Yeah. Really neat. Really, really neat.
Yeah.
I was really impressed first time I saw it.
Yeah. If anybody in this area hadn't been out to a game, get out to a game. They will really bless your heart to see the fun. And it's fun too because there's music playing the whole time. They're having a blast. Score don't matter.
I definitely got to check that out.
Come on up here. Check it out with us. We'll be at some games for sure. For sure. Thomas, what you had going on this weekend other than being at the racetrack? We'll get into that here in a minute.
Nothing much other than that, actually. Just tried to watch racing, watch the end of the IndyCar race. That's basically it.
How was the IndyCar race?
It was good it was really good. The final 6 laps were freaking amazing. They were amazing.
Cool.
Felt bad for them during that red flag. They had a red flag there at the end. And I think those Indy cars get like no air in them, and those drivers were like burning up. Like it was the way they described it on the broadcast. It sounded pretty intense heat wise.
I remember at Indy this year, it was May, but it was already pretty hot. Red flag came out there at the end. Them guys, they had everybody out there running out there, just giving them
they had like
water and fans and umbrellas. And so I imagine as hot as this heat wave's being going across southeast here in Nashville, it was probably pretty toasty.
Yeah, and then Ryan Hunter Ray parking under a tree just to get the shade. That was pretty funny.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
I don't blame him.
Because I know if I could find a tree at the end of a pit road, I would find it too, because it was hot in the car this past Saturday.
Oh, yeah, it was.
I waited till the last minute. What I felt like was the last minute, and it wasn't. But I didn't sit up there long this week.
No,
you were like the first one out there.
Yeah, but I felt like everybody was following me. It was like I sat around there, and I'm like, I'm not getting in a hurry because like as soon as I got up there, the other class was ending. They were sending us out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was hot. It was toasty. Toasty. All right. Well, we had some racing this past weekend. All 3 of us were in the legend car race there at Florence Motor Speedway. I'll let the man who finished the best out of the 3 of us go ahead about his tell us about his weekend out there. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the best was only a 6th place, but we had a solid weekend, really. Kind of, Florence is a tough crowd when it comes to legends most nights. So we did what we could. We were 3rd in first practice, and we were feeling good about it. And then everybody in the second round is qualifying. You practice however many laps is your qualifying time, and the teams that had new tires bolted them on and pretty much jumped us
and showed us.
Yeah, but qualified 6th and ran 6th the whole race. Almost was looking for 5th near the end, but maybe a couple more laps. But solid race. Solid.
I think you should have just took Alex out.
Didn't quite. I wasn't quite close enough.
I pick on Alex. No, I like
Just should have
Alex.
jumped the restart. You know.
I like Alex. He's a cool kid. He drives hard too.
Yeah.
Well, good. All right, Thomas. Well, you came home with a. Where'd you end up?
7th.
7th. You're 7th. All right. Tell us about your Saturday at the track.
Kind of the same way. Feeling good after first practice. I think it was we practiced in 7th for first practice, and then like Connor said, everyone put new tires on. We fell to 9th. I was pretty disappointed in myself because I knew I could have done something because I made a very, very dumb adjustment in the car. So I went back on that for the race and just couldn't find it in the race much, and then beat Barry Martin to the line by 0.02 of a second.
I was thinking so y'all were close there.
7th. Yeah, Flow Racing actually shows the photo finish.
Oh, wow.
You can't even tell who was ahead. It was that close.
I didn't know it was that close.
You just had your transponder closer to the front.
I know that's a joke, but I've always kind of wondered that because there was a race, a Charger race at Myrtle Beach, one of those last years, where it was pretty obvious that the 15, I don't remember what the other car was, that had nudged him out by a couple feet. The transponder gave the win to the guy.
It happened just a few weeks ago in a dirt race. I want to say I can't remember if it was XR or Lucas Oil dirt race. Hudson O'Neill and somebody else. I can't remember who it was. But anyway, Hudson, by the camera angles, was a nose behind.
Same deal.
And they ended up giving him the win on it because I think it was Hudson, or it might have been the other way around, but I can't remember. Yeah, it same deal. I'm glad it worked out for you. I mean, I'm not saying that, Thomas. I'm just picking. I'm picking with you on that.
No. It actually happened as well this year in a Bando race. I can't remember where it was. Bandolero race. Same thing. Not for like first or second or anything, but it was like one of the back of the pack positions, and it looked like the other car beat him. And nope. According to timing and scoring, they did not.
So what do you think about that, Dave? Do you think if it's for the win and you have camera like Flow Racing, do you think you should refer to that over the transponder?
I do.
Absolutely.
But this is an issue at Hickory actually often because the flag stand, this is what really gets them. The flag stand is not where the timing line is, where the actual start finish line is. So there's a lot of argument over who won and who didn't and all that good stuff. And so, yeah, I absolutely believe that all necessary means for a win, especially. I think, I kind of think in all of them, I don't really care where it is, especially if it's a position that the money is different or the points are different, depending on, the circumstances of the race. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of these classes that race at Florence for NASCAR points. And so I feel like, being it there for points, you probably need to look at any of it if you have all necessary means. Now, if it wasn't on camera,
what do?
You got to go by the transponder. I mean, that's
find someone with a camera.
Yeah, you hope somebody had one, and if somebody can bring it, and I don't have a problem myself either if somebody protests a finish if they have some kind of evidence like that, Yeah. And I don't blame them. And if I'm in that points battle, I'm making sure I got somebody that's filming coming to the line.
Yeah, I think if you see it's going to come down, especially for a win, to a possible photo finish, I think you probably want to have somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
With the camera right there on the finish line.
Now, in our case at the track, Thomas, have you run every points race over there this year?
Florence or Dillon? Florence, I do believe I have.
You have, okay. I don't think Barry has.
Actually,
or has he?
Well, technically, yes
they
and
missed
no.
a
That
race.
double feature race, I didn't start the second feature of the double feature.
Okay. Well, I mean, you were there though.
Yes, but 0 points.
Right. Right. If Barry has also, and y'all are racing for points there, yeah, that needs to be looked at. I mean, just using that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being that I don't think there's necessarily a money difference between those two positions. I don't think.
I got paid.
I don't
I got
think
paid the
there
same
is.
you did. So I
Okay,
don't
so
think
no.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
So me and Connor are literally racing for the same thing because we haven't run, or you've run all points races over there. No, you haven't.
I missed a
No.
couple.
Okay. So, yeah, me and you were literally running for the same thing, so no, it wouldn't matter between us if it came down to that. But, yeah, I mean, if somebody's running for the points, you got to take all means necessary.
You never know. It could come down to it.
Hey, I promise you it could.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's just like me last year. I didn't run all the points races, but I ended up finishing 4th in points over there. And, I mean, I think between me and Lizzie was like just a handful of points.
Yeah.
So, if that ever came down, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. So, now, I probably had the most, I'm just going to say I was probably the happiest about 10th place that I've ever been. Which sounds awful. But we fought this car for the past 2 weeks. But I fought that car Saturday.
Oh, yeah. You earned that one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We got out there the first practice, didn't make it there, and I actually didn't even see that they were opening the track early for practice, or I probably would have went over there just to get some more laps on it. I didn't see that until we were already at the track. But anyway, so kind of my fault. But we went out first round practice, and last week we had to get the ECU throttle bodies flashed. It just wasn't running right. It quit running over at Dillon. It would not. It's like it just wouldn't. And come to find out, I guess rightfully so, throttle was not opening all the way. So I think that was our problem.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, was it open all the way with the first ECU?
Neither one of them were.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, wow.
let me take that back. The throttle body that was on the car was not opening all the way with the ECU that we had on there even at the end. But with the first ECU, we put it with a different throttle body, so I don't necessarily know what it was doing. So I don't know. But I'm assuming, because we changed ECU at the track and stuff, and it ran better, but still wasn't running great.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, being that it changed when we did, made those changes, something was up there at Dillon last week. So we went during the week, took the, I sent the throttle bodies, having flashed, all that stuff, and ECUs had it flashed. Put them back on the car, got out there Saturday, first practice, and I literally could not turn in a 10-acre field.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I went around turn one. I went in turn one. I just turned the steering wheel probably to, 7, 8 o'clock. I mean, just.
In your lap.
Yeah, in my lap.
Wow.
And it just pushed like that the whole way around the corner. And I was like, okay, maybe something's on the tire or something. I don't know. Something just ain't right. So go around. I made probably, 7, 8 laps, and it just never got any better. I tried changing the line, and let me tell you something. After you ain't drove for a little while, I did the week before, but we ran horrible. And I come back, and I'm running like this. You kind of start questioning yourself. It's like, is it something I'm doing?
Yeah.
I mean, what's going on here? So anyway, I sat there, started thinking, and I'm like, man, what can be wrong with this thing? I mean, I'm looking at our setup. I looked at Connors for, I looked at that. Talked to other people. Our setup shouldn't have been that far off.
Nothing glaring.
No, nothing. So I got to measuring tires. I said, is our stagger just changed or something just drastically and messing us up? And so our right side tires measured the exact same. I said, all right. I said, this may mess us up for second round practice, which is our qualifying. I said, but it is what it is. There's no other way I'm really going to find out. I said, let's just swap the right side tires, being that they're the same size, and see what happens. I said, and I've had this happen before, I said, if we go out there and all of a sudden it goes from pushing all the way around the corner to so loose I can't drive it around the corner, I know that tire is bad.
Yeah.
The one that originally was on the front, now moving to the back. And that is exactly what happened. Yeah. I
kind of assumed that's what I had to be.
And it is. That's kind of what I assumed too. But I mean, you don't know. Yeah. You have to try it.
Yeah, you can't just assume it's a tire.
Yeah,
but you don't want to make massive adjustment and it just be a tire.
And exactly.
Yeah.
And so after the first practice, we did make an adjustment to loosen the car up just a little bit. I mean, nothing major. But then when we put swap tire, we didn't change it back, so it was probably even that much more loose. So at that time, I was like, all right, get this tire off of here. Let's find something. So I went to our friend Andy over there. I appreciate you, Andy. Thank you. I sure appreciate it. I went scrounging through their trailer, found a tire that was real close to matched up to what I needed. Put it on there for the feature. Had no clue what we were going to. We started 16th out of 18. And I can say every position, I think maybe except one, which was Rafe. He had a problem with his car. Every position except that one, I passed on the track.
Yeah.
Up to 10th. And I don't know if y'all know or not, but passing, well, I think it's just passing in a legend car in general.
I think it's harder. I think it's impossible to pass a Dillon.
Yeah.
And Florence is much better.
But I just couldn't. I don't know. I needed to be on the bottom. I had to. But if somebody chopped me out, and that's what kept happening. I could get in the corner, chop me out, but the car drove so much better. I was still a little bit on the loose side. Probably if we went back on that first adjustment we made, I'd have been
kind of
closer
where you wanted to be.
Yeah, probably closer where I want to be. But I still ran. I ran really good laps, being I was in traffic the whole time. So I was like, man, if I could have got clear of everybody, I think I could have ran really good lap. But anyway, there at the end, me and Dennis had probably half the race. Me and Dennis had a really good battle. I wish they'd have showed some of it. We were back and forth.
Really?
Many, many laps. Me and him like to do that at Florence for some reason. We ran second and third there one night, like doing the same exact thing, passing each other back and forth. I got to get the YouTube video. I got to get the video off my car. And
I'm working on mine right now.
So it was a lot of fun. It was fun to drive to 10th place from 16th. Yeah. And what was really bad, like with y'all, Thomas, I don't know if you noticed, or I doubt anybody noticed. It was a lot of fun because y'all were kind of in that group. You and Barry and the 78 car were kind of in a group there by yourselves. Me and Dennis were back a little bit, and I actually caught the 78 car, and I don't know what she did. I followed her a couple laps, and we were fine, and I was trying to set her up for a pass. All of a sudden, she goes in turn one and drops like right in my line and just slams on brakes. I ran into the back of her, but I slammed on brakes too, and I slid up the track sideways because I was already a little loose on the entry anyway. And when I did I just stood in it though. It was sideways. I looked like I was on a dirt track, just coming out.
How did they not catch that on camera?
No, they didn't. That was a good one.
How did they not get it?
Because Dennis even told me, he said, I saw you go up the track, go all the way to the edge of it, and all of a sudden I see you just coming out of two, just wide open, not slowing down. I was like, yeah, I figured I was already up there. I wasn't slowing down then. So
throttle out.
Nope. Just when in doubt, throttle out.
Yeah. 78, she did that to me a couple times too. I had a hard time getting past her.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, that is why I was happy about a 10th place finish. I mean, it was just like finally.
Yeah, well earned.
We went in the right direction on this car. Because it's been a tough one. I was, like I said, I was doubting myself and everything else. But I do want to say again, I appreciate Mr. Dennis Brown, Action Services, let me drive the car. It's been fun.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
Same here.
So, yeah, we can all appreciate Mr. Dennis there.
Yeah.
The boss man.
Oh yeah.
All three of us plus, oh gosh, how many more he has? I don't even know at this point.
I'm telling you, it's we have fun out there. That is our goal when we go there, is to have fun though. So so when you can, feel like you ran better than you have, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It's
a lot better than last week.
A lot
better than practice morning too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I felt like we went in the right direction.
This trajectory in 2 weeks she'll be right there.
I will. We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Be up front.
I gotta find a tire. I gave that one back to Andy.
I was wondering. We gotta.
I gotta look through over what I got over here. Maybe I don't know. Bring out some 3-year-old. Shoot, those tires probably 4 or 5-year-old tires.
And where'd you put the
that old?
The other tire? Did you put it on the right front or right rear?
Which one?
So you had the bad tire was on the right rear.
The bad tire was on the right rear. I took it off.
You just put.
I took it off.
Andy's tire on the
right rear.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get the question out. I didn't know if you switched it back to the right front, but
yeah. So if anybody got to hook up on some Legend car tires,
I don't think anybody does.
I don't think they do either. But I'm just putting it out there. If anybody does, I'm just saying.
Send them our way.
Because I said I need a set of tires the other day, and Mr. Dennis said no. He said we need about 10 sets of tires. I said, yep. So yeah. Anybody got to hook up on about 10 sets of tires? I'm in the market.
That is the craziest thing to have tires, and nobody can.
I'm not. Well, You know what? I'm gonna say it because U.S. Legend cars don't give me a thing. They don't do anything for us. I mean, I'm probably make somebody mad. I don't care. I don't care at this point. I'll put it this way, and I'm not going to say who, but I know I have a very, very, very reliable source that is in very, 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 very close with U.S. Legend cars. He told me he does not understand why we're having any issues with tires. In the warehouse, it was full.
I'm sure.
I mean, packed full. Hoosier claims they are not behind on them.
Yeah, I don't believe so. I don't. Even if it was a Hoosier thing, I still wouldn't have any excuses for why.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whoever's part us on, how do we not have tires available?
Yep. 0 tires available. And so I step on some more toes. I believe there's some big teams out there giving somebody there some backdoor money to, keep tires for them.
They got to be going somewhere.
I think so too.
So I'm not trying to be negative Nancy over here. I'm just throwing it out there.
But it is bad. I mean, I felt like that we were in content for a top 5 easily, but just got out tired. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Mine are okay right now. I mean, they're still somewhat fresh, but I don't know how long.
As fresh as theirs.
I don't know how long. I have to make them last either.
And the same thing happened last year when people came back from the and this is what happens to us every year. People come back from the shootout, and they got new tires at the shootout. They didn't run them that much, and so we're running on tires that we still got from last year or whatever. And so it's just. We have issues like I had the other day where a tire is just... Because I can tell you, and I know Connor's dealt with it before. I know, Thomas, you probably have too. These tires that we have, for whatever reason, it's like they'll be good, and all of a sudden, just goes. No matter what you do, it will not hook up. Just won't work. It's the craziest thing ever because the tire doesn't feel any different. It doesn't look any different. Yeah. Nothing. It just all of a sudden will not hook to the track.
Exactly. I've had that problem before too.
And I don't understand why we're having it. So
I don't want to buy
either.
I'd love to be able just to buy one tire every 4 weeks.
Would be perfect.
We don't want to buy a whole set. I mean, they're crazy expensive as it is, but I mean,
exactly.
I should be able to have decent right sides.
Yep.
Every 4 or
And
5 races.
I believe a track that is INEX sanctioned should be the ones providing that.
Well, it's not even
Give us the option to buy it. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
it should be, but it's not even
Yeah.
that. You could call U.S. Legends and say,
Yeah.
I'd like to buy 2 tires.
I don't I don't disagree. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But I don't disagree with that. But I feel like if we've got to be on a tire program for every other class, this one needs to be on a tire program also. If at the shootout they were on a tire program,
Yeah.
they were marking tires. They were, you could only have these certain tires. They're on a tire program. Why are we not at our local track? Is it because they can't supply them? Is it because they don't want to supply them? Is it because, I don't know. But I feel like that we should be on a tire program. Every other class that raced there the other night except Bandoleros, both INEX classes are the only 2 classes that are not on a tire program at either track that we race.
If we were on a tire program, everyone would be more strung in. I feel like if we were all on a tire program.
Exactly. It'd be a lot more even across the board. Now, Dillon, I will say, Dillon is not an INEX sanctioned track. They go pretty much by INEX rules. So I think we have some other options we can look at there. But the problem is it's either got to be available to everybody or...
Yeah. I know the new teams are always... If the tires are available, the new teams are going to buy them.
Yeah.
Anytime they want them. But I'd rather sacrifice that if I can get tires every now and then.
Exactly. And I had I actually reached out to a tire supplier, one that's coming in. They're not new to the tire game. They're just new to this size tire. I reached out to one the other day just coming out with a tire. They're testing it right now. I had a long conversation with them, actually. And we might see if we can make something happen, at least over at Dillon. Like I said, I'm good with 1 tire. Just give me 1 tire every couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd like to...
We don't wear... Our cars don't wear them out that bad.
Yeah, you can... Tires,
No, they don't.
Yeah, I mean, 5 weeks, you can...
Yeah.
But a whole season, you're done. I mean...
Easy. Half the season, you're done.
And you can't tell me they don't make a difference. I put on tires and picked up 3.5 tenths at Dillon. I mean,
Yep.
there is a huge difference when you bolt on new tires.
Very big difference. I mean, I've been on the same tires for the whole season.
I know somebody that bolted on a new set of tires, and they had a good setup on the car now, but they bolted on a new set of tires at Florence and picked up 4.5 tenths.
Wow.
So almost half a second. Just for new tires.
Well, if I'd have been on new tires,
Oh yeah.
if I would have qualified what I did earlier this year, I'd have been starting third. I mean, I feel like I used to think it was just there's a big gap between us and the the AKs and people, but that day that we actually had new tires, we were
You're
right there with me, all of us. So
Yep.
just unfortunate. I think that's really holding the class back.
It's splitting the class, and it's making people. I mean, we love it. Don't get me wrong. We're going to race what we can race when we can race it. But I know there are some people that we haven't seen back, and the reason I've heard some of them is because, we just can't get tires. We can't be competitive.
Yeah.
And you hate to see that. So I feel like these tracks need to come together and look at INEX. If they're going to be INEX sanctioned, look at them and say, look, you need to supply tires to my track. I've got to have them for people to race at my track. Hold their feet to the fire now. INEX will get off of them somehow, but somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
If they don't, won't ever happen. All right. A little more from Florence. We'll get into the drama last. Let's see what else happened out there. Who won the 4-cylinder race? You remember?
I can't remember if it was Matt or the 72
I can't even.
Johnson.
I don't remember either. But anyway.
Me neither.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to look it up. I know trucks, Cody Kelly went out, won truck race, and did as he normally does when he runs more than one race somehow. I don't know how he does it. He also ran his Uncle Bobby June's number 13 in a late model stock and dominated.
It was a good race. That was a good race.
That was a good race, especially the battle for second.
That was a very good race.
I could tell that he was kind of riding for a while.
He was.
I knew he was keeping in touch with the leaders, but he wasn't using the stuff up. And when it came time to go, he had a little bit of tire left, and he was good. he was
they ran
untouchable.
a 75 lap race.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good enough one to burn some tires off.
Oh yeah.
All right. Where the drama came in for the night, started the last race of the night, the Charger race. Good field. They had, I think, 13.
I think it was 13.
14 or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That started the race. Well, on the initial started race, somebody, was it Truett?
No, I believe it was a 10.
Oh, it was 10
yeah.
car. That's right. Brendan Lee. That's right. I don't know why I was thinking that. Anyway, Brendan, I think he missed a
I
shift.
think so.
That's what it looked like.
And they were all right bumper to bumper,
Yeah.
which is I don't.
Mhm.
They threw the green. He went, then he didn't win. And when he slacked up, everybody piled into him and just shot off, to the outside line. And they said I didn't see it. Oh, I saw the, flow racing replay, but there was a car that rode the wall, jumped up over the cars, throttle hung, went out to the trees almost. Somehow, I guess I got it cut off right before. Cars everywhere, tore up. I think I counted like 6, 7 cars.
It was a pile up.
Yeah.
It
a
was
big one.
almost half the field, I think.
Yeah, it was. There was a couple of them that continued after, but weren't really a factor. So, as he has done in many races this year, well, not as much at Florence, but he has in Dillon. But little Ricky Locklear took off. Him and Everett Lucas lapped pretty much the rest of the field. I think there was a couple. They backed off there at the end and didn't.
Yeah.
But they lapped the rest of the field. Well, in the race, come around to Tech. Connor said, you said the track just took their option to tear it down?
I'm mostly sure that's what happened.
So, anyway, little Ricky got tore down. We've heard some stuff. I do know. Well, I don't know. He was illegal. Found illegal. And from what we gather, was found illegal on a lot. I've actually reached out to the track to try to get it exact what everything was, because I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want.
I don't want to go off hearsay. And give wrong information necessarily. But he was found illegal. And it was. We do know it was in the motor.
That's what they were.
Yeah,
looking down.
they were looking at the motor. We do know he was found illegal in the motor. So if anybody has, exact thing that was wrong, I'd love to know. Love to put it out there. Because I don't want to accuse them too much. I don't want to accuse them too little. I want them. Well, I do. I mean, I want to. It's a class me and Connor both run. I want everybody to be. I don't mind getting outrun.
Yeah,
I don't want to get outrun illegally, blatantly illegally.
I agree.
And I will say, and like I said, I'm not putting it out there that it was just whatever. But what I have heard in every one of these cases that I have heard, and there's only been a couple things I've heard that were wrong, it was very blatant.
Yeah, and it was pretty dramatic, I guess. You could say.
Yeah. It wasn't just a little bit.
Yeah, it wasn't a carburetor.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
What we do know is that they have claimed to run a crate motor all year. And in a crate motor, you're not supposed to touch anything other than you can change valve springs in it when they need it. But even those have to be GM crate valve springs that get changed in it. Other than that, you have to send it back to a certified builder. Our good friend Earl Ramey is a crate certified builder. Just saying, I mean, like he is. You have to have someone certified and reseal these engines. Apparently had the seals on it. I think it had probably had the bottle cap GM seals, which would say it was from GM. And apparently it had been into, even though it was sealed. So, yeah. Just in general, Connor. I mean, you know, be him, anybody. I don't care. I don't dislike Little Ricky by no means. I mean, every time I've talked to him, he's been nice to me. I mean, I don't dislike him. But in general, when somebody gets caught something like that, especially somebody you're racing against, and you know, who you feel like you're going out there with a crate motor here lately, and it's just been so far off. Maybe it's not as far off as you think it is. Maybe so. I know y'all have had other trouble than that, but maybe it's not as far off as you think it is. But I mean, you know, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it'll definitely throw a wrench in things. That's for sure. Yeah, this year, I mean, it's the Charger class is a revolving door when it comes to motors. You know, nothing. Oh yeah, nothing stays on top for more than a couple months. Right. Really. I mean, that's very, very unfortunate. I think that's one of the major putbacks to the class is that any motor can run. And I get it. You don't want to deny anybody running because they don't have such and such. But
yeah, I think we got too many options.
But yeah, I mean,
I agree with that.
But yeah, that'll throw a wrench in things. So I don't know. It's not surprising, but I don't know. Just I didn't think last Saturday would have been the night that it would have happened. It was kind of a, I don't know. It was just kind of a race where several of the top cars got taken out, and he was one of the few left that was in contention to win. But yeah, I guess somebody finally had enough. I'm surprised that didn't happen sooner.
Now I will say this, in my opinion, and this is not directed at any one person by no means. If it were me, I owned a track or promoted a track or whatever, if a man goes out there and dominates or really just wins, I don't know, 3-4 weeks in a row, something like that, me probably as a track promoter, just to uphold the integrity of my track and, you know, people feel confident in my tech men and everything else, if somebody goes out there and I'm probably going to tear them down. Just like I said, just to uphold the integrity of the track more than anything. I kind of feel like, and like I said, I'm not saying just for Lil Ricky. I kind of feel like should have been some tear downs, not just at Florence either, way earlier this year.
Yeah. I know as a track owner, promoter, you're kind of walking on eggshells when it comes to that. 'Cause when people hear a track protest, people who aren't in it every week, like me and you, right, will say the track's got favorites. This, that.
I'm not disagreeing, but I don't care what.
You kind of have to bite the bullet.
Yeah, at any big race. Let's look at. I mean, I know it's a big race, but to us around here who are running this weekly, everything's kind of a. It's a race. It's a race that we want to go out there. If we're looking for sponsors, we're looking, you know, for anything. I get what you're saying, but it's just, it's like, man, it's you got to, but you got to put yourself out there and explain it too. I think that's where the disconnect comes in. But look at, let's say, I don't know, let's just say New Smyrna. Or not New Smyrna. What's the track they run the snowball at?
Five Flags.
Five Flags.
Yeah.
Snowball. I mean, you go to that big race, winner's automatically going to get tore down. Normally, top, 3 are automatically going to get tore down. I get the fact that we're not running for $10,000 to win. Yeah. But they do it. They wouldn't do it either if they didn't care about upholding the integrity of their race and racetrack. So I feel like, and I'm glad it done it. So I am applauding the track for, you know, biting a bullet, and if that's the case, biting a bullet and doing it. If it's me, If I'm in a position, I win. And I say this because I have in go-karts. I just know that's part of it.
Yeah.
I know
everybody's pushing the limits. It's not.
Yeah.
Not the first time, won't be the last.
No, exactly. Tear it down. That means I was running good. I hope when I have all the confidence in the world when I do put the motor back in that, coming from Earl Ramey. I have all the confidence in the world as far as I know and know him, that motor's going back in there legal. I don't think I would feel right personally. I don't know if I can sleep good at night knowing the fact that I'm just running blatantly illegal.
Yeah. Especially if you run up front for several weeks.
And I'm going to go back on it. I don't know whose car necessarily that is. Is that Little Ricky's car? Or is that Dwayne Weatherford's car? I don't know. Maybe he don't know it. Maybe he didn't know it was illegal. I'm going to be devil's advocate here. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he just know he got a motor from Motor Builder and it's fast.
Yeah. Hey.
It could happen. Thomas, what you feel about it, man? I know you've been around it long enough. How does that make you feel? Both sides of that. Somebody running illegal and the other side of the track.
I've been at both ends. I've been almost protested before where I've been running so good, and I've been at the other side where somebody would dominate where you think you want to protest them, but then it turns out legal, or you don't, and then it turns out illegal.
That's right.
Especially dominating like that too.
It definitely dominated this year.
The thing is, usually the people that are winning every week are probably legal.
Yeah.
You're probably going to find the most cheating happening, fifth place on back. That's what I mean.
Because they're trying to get up.
That's what I'm saying. If you know you're going to go through tech every week, you're not going to do anything
100%.
Blatantly obvious.
100%. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I haven't heard. I don't know there is any. Have you seen anything from Florence Tilling other than the rundown?
That's the first time I saw it. Was just the results or whatever.
I would personally. I don't care what class it's ever in. I would personally appreciate it if the track that it happened at came on and kind of cleared up what happened, why they're illegal, what the penalty is. Is the penalty just going back last place for tonight? Is it, whatever else?
What I saw in my race pass, he got no points.
Yeah, when you get DQ, it takes away all the points. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I tried to reach out to the track. They hadn't got back with me yet to figure out what all really going on. Because, there's a lot of people out there that like to know.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. All right, guys. We've been talking about just that for a long time. So, real quick, we got some pretty big announcements this week. And Sterling ain't here, but I want to first of all thank Palmetto Machine for coming on with us. Palmetto Machine and Fabrication for the iRacing League this year. They have put up. We have always just awarded at the end of the season, our prize money at the end of the year or the end of the season. That season. I think it's getting dark.
Yeah, I thought I heard.
I think I hear some thunder. I suppose it has some bad storms coming through here tonight. But we've always awarded the end of the season, all that stuff. This season, we have had some people step up. We are going to. This is going to be some good racing. I'm about to put out our whole rundown. Palmetto Machines come on again this year. We're going to award the winner each race this year, $25 to win.
That's cool, especially with some of the super speedways. You never know
exactly
what you might get.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
Awesome.
All right, here's the big one. we have held off on our presenting sponsor for the year. Maybe some people that are watching have already figured it out. They might see something new on the screen. We want to thank for coming on as the Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular presenting sponsor, Fresh Chef, coming on with us. And if you're on Facebook or YouTube right now, I am putting up our whole rundown here right now.
Bam.
There it is. And them coming on as our presenting sponsor, it just made it $1,000 to win this season.
That is awesome.
For 8 races.
8 races.
It's gonna make
You're
it
not going to
wild.
find a better league with that kind of deal. 8 race season for $1,000.
Exactly. 8 races. Y'all see it on the screen right now. Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular presented by Fresh Chef. $1,000 to win. 8 races, 8 different disciplines. Fixed setups. There's going to be weekly and season prizes. And don't think it's just $1,000. We're actually the reason we're waiting to figure out our how much we're paying back, how far we're paying back. We're seeing how many people sign up. We're not just setting it at a certain amount. We are going on sign-ups. Now we are limiting it
Yeah.
to 36, just because we don't want to get crazy. We're limiting it to 36 drivers, and we're at
23.
23 maybe right now.
Still got some room.
So we got a little more room. So anybody wants to get in, but you see it there. It is going to be broadcasted on Talking Dirt TV. Where that's a new one coming on too. Want to thank them for producing this for us on Talking Dirt TV. Ryan over there, he's another podcast.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Talking Dirt
cool.
out of Sumter.
Dang.
So
Nice.
y'all go check out Talking Dirt if you are he's the track announcer, I think, at Sumter. So appreciate Ryan over there coming on. Also, our buddy Blake Harris, H3 Photography, coming on, and he is offering up more money to win weekly. He is going to offer I'm trying to remember what he called it. Let me pull it up. I don't want to get it wrong because he called it a okay, I remember. He called it the back row bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you qualify pole, it's going to start with the pole man. Pole man gets the offer all the way back through 5th. Whoever picks it, whoever
In that respective order.
respective order, whoever takes the option first in there. If you start on pole, you are going to get the first option to drop to the rear, and if you win the race, on top of the $25 you'll be getting from Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, you will also get another $20 from H3 Photography.
That's going to be hard to pass down, but that's not going to be easy to do, though.
It's not going to be easy to do.
That's a good challenge.
Now, like you said, some of them super speedway races might not be a bad idea.
Oh, no.
But do you want to be in the hornet's
No.
nest, as they say?
You have to play your cards right, but I don't know. I'll make that
It's gonna be a
decision.
toss-up.
If I can get the top 5, I'll be glad to make that decision.
Also, as you see on the screen there, everybody, MPM, our good friends over at MPM, coming on board this year. We really appreciate them. Northeast Auto Imports, our friend Derek Griffith up there, coming on. Make sure I get all this right.
Pretty much, if you do anything noteworthy in the race, there's a good chance you might get a little bonus.
Exactly. Also, BTJ Sports. I'm making sure I got to write down all the good bonuses here. Anyway, we're getting a hard charger award and a tough luck award. So appreciate them for sure. Rivertown Racing, and Kel Maven there. They're offering up the trophy for the season, and also put some money in the pot too, as well as our good friends over at BS Racing. So all y'all see it there. That is that is what's going out on Facebook here. So we want to put out to all our followers first. So if you're not joined yet, come join on Facebook. Get in our group there. That's where pretty much everything goes out first. It's Chicken Bone Alley iRacing League. I can't talk this afternoon. What you think about Connor? Connor's gonna be racing.
I'm ready. I am excited for sure. I want to thank you, David. You really hit a home run with the sponsors and everything.
Yeah.
I just asked questions. That's all I did.
You put a lot of work into it, and it's good to see it pay off. It's going to be a great season.
It'll be fun. I think
asking questions does a lot too.
Hey, sometimes that's all you gotta do. Just ask.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, you gonna come join us?
I will try my best.
It'll be Tuesday nights. For everybody wondering, it will be Tuesday nights. We will start the room on iRacing. Will open at 8:30. Racing will start at 9 o'clock. Whether that be heat races or the main will start at 9 o'clock. Dirt will have heat races. Asphalt will have qualifying, and then the race will start at 9. Everybody, it is also there's a $25 entry for all that. $25.
That's all it takes.
That's why we're waiting for our rundown on how much we're paying out. Want everything in by September 1st, preferably. That way we can fill up this league.
Yeah, I think it'd be good. That way we kind of put down a entry list, kind of.
Exactly.
Let everybody know who's racing. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe they can find some sponsors to cover their $25 entry.
Yeah.
Put it on their car. Get it on our live stream. We'll be live streaming it. Like I said, Talking Dirt TV. We'll live stream it. We'll share it on all our
social media
platforms, and all that good stuff. I'll be announcing along with Ryan Williams from Talking Dirt TV. Also, we'll have Melvin on there from Bubba's Bout Broke podcast. Because if y'all hadn't heard yet, we're kind of having a race inside the race over there. I got some parts in for the trophy today.
Really?
Saturday. I got them in Saturday. That's going to be a cool trophy.
Cool deal.
It's gonna be.
I'm excited to see it.
I have it in my head. It's going to be a cool trophy.
Hopefully it works out.
Hopefully it works out the way I see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So we will be going head-to-head against Bubba's Bout Broke podcast, 3-on-3. We got Connor over here. We got John Ruggiero Jr. and Devin Morgan racing for Team Chicken Bone Alley, which will be the winners.
Of course.
We'll be the winners.
Don't keep the trophy in house. Don't even think about it.
That's going to be the cool thing about the trophy that I'm doing for that is it's going to be a trophy that's passed back and forth. That if
they somehow get lucky,
and just take y'all out every race under caution, because that's the only way they're going to be able to catch you. If they do that, they'll get the trophy, and they get to sit it on their podcast until we run this series next year. We may have another series. We won't have. We have smaller ones though.
Yeah.
Normally just free, or might be just 100% payback on our entry. Whatever we do. So then when this one comes up again next year, we'll race for it again.
There we go.
Who knows? Might add in another podcast.
See how many we can get. Have
exactly. Might have to end up making a whole series just for podcasts.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
Just get a bunch of different podcasts and have 3 drivers each and go at it.
There you go.
That'd be cool. Everybody just be that scheme on the car. It'd be fun.
Oh yeah.
Be fun. So, but anyway, I guess we got to play this for them here.
Hi, I'm Jackson McLaren, host of the Bubba's Bout Broke podcast.
Hey, this is Melvin McLaren, co-host of Bubba's Bout Broke podcast.
We interview dirt and pavement race car drivers all across the country and talk about their struggles to come to the track every week.
Tune in weekly to hear Jackson, co-host Caleb, and me on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook to stay updated.
You can hear all about it on Bubba's Bout Broke.
right, y'all heard it there. Even though we're going to go beat them, if you do like this one, you might want to go listen to Bubba's About Broke. They do have a pretty decent podcast. Now, they're good guys. We're competitive, so we want to beat them.
Absolutely.
All right. On top of that, guys, we want to thank, as always, our good friends from Earl Ramey Racing Engines. We sure appreciate them, as always. You want some horsepower under your hood, guys, go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. You will, man, I don't care if you're running street stocks. We had a street stock at Brandon Caraway won. That's right. I didn't mention that one earlier. Brandon Caraway won at Florence Motor Speedway this past weekend with an Earl Ramey Racing Engine under the hood of his. Crate motor.
There you go.
Might be what you need, Connor. I don't know. So yeah, if you are looking for big speed to put under street stock, Charger car, late model, dirt, whatever, I don't care. Go check out Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He can hook you up on all the power that you need all the time. So appreciate him as always. And one of the things he's going to tell you to put on that thing, though, some good old Profab headers from Profab Headers and Exhaust. Go check them out. On every one of our Legend cars with FZ09, guess what? We all got Profab headers and exhaust.
Most cars you'll see probably do. Most race cars.
A lot of race cars. I mean, they are. Their slogan is that they are quality that wins. I've taken some tours around that shop up there, and I definitely see why. I have to get Connor up there. He needs to go up there with me one day. You'd be impressed at just how that place is run.
The way it works.
Dude, it's insane. It's insane how it goes from there's some stuff that they get in there not even as tubing. You would think it comes in as, nah, they get some flat sheets of metal and form every bit of it themselves. That's crazy. It is wild.
It takes some craftsmanship.
Definitely.
Workmanship.
It does. It's very tedious.
Yeah.
Every bend's got to be perfect. The wheel's got to be perfect. And that's how it is. It's their quality it wins, and they're not wrong. If you see, how it all works and how the place is put together, it's great. So appreciate Profab Headers and Exhaust being on with us as always. And one of the places you can buy them at is over with our good friends at SRI Performance. Go check out SRI Performance. They got everything you need for a race car. Everything. From nuts to bolts to if you want to buy a motor, they got a motor sitting. They always do. They got motors sitting there in the showroom. It's crazy. I mean, it's just like y'all literally have everything here to build a race car. So head over, check out SRI Performance. Check them out at www.sriperformance.com. Cool website, new website. They list everything on there, all their new parts you can order. They even list all their used parts stuff on there. Have links to everything. They got an eBay store that has links to it there with all the parts they're selling. So y'all go check out SRI Performance. Same deal over at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, guys. They are they're top notch. Best materials you will ever find to build anything. If you need specialty materials for your job, check out Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. They're not just stock cars, guys. They are for any kind of business. Any type of material you need. If you need it in a hurry, they can get it in a hurry for you. They got so many sources for material. It is insane. So y'all go check them out. All right. We're running long today. I guess we had more to talk about from a local standpoint this week. All right. So had some racing up at Michigan this past weekend.
Yep.
What did you get to watch of it?
Nothing much of the Xfinity.
Neither.
And I guess maybe half of the Cup race or so.
I tried to even watch it, and I couldn't even watch it that time. I was over at Kayla's mom and dad's, and we were looking at some other stuff, and so I was trying to catch up on my phone. Then all of a sudden, it would just go red flag, green flag, yellow flag.
Yeah, it was
green flag, yellow flag. So
chaos.
What about you, Thomas? Did you catch anything?
I just followed along on Twitter.
I don't blame you.
That's all I was able to do.
Probably the best place to follow that. Who won the Xfinity race? I remember.
Nemechek.
Nemechek,
John
John Hunter.
Hunter,
John
yeah.
Hunter, that's right. Man, I'm going to tell you. I know Toyota really wants him. I'm confused on it, though. Because they now say Martin Truex. Everybody thought Martin Truex was going to retire this year. He says he's probably sticking around into 2024. It's kind of a deal. I don't see John Hunter sticking another year in Xfinity. Now,
Possible.
if I had a contract sitting there that says, hey, you run one more year Xfinity, we got you under contract for 2025 and beyond, and cut, or however long in Cup, we'll give you a 3-year contract off the bat. I couldn't turn that down. But that'd be a lot for Joe Gibbs to do. But
I don't know if they're that. I don't know if they're that sure about him to do that yet.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but 2311, they got room for another car, and they have talked about going to a third car once they get their new shop built. I do know that's getting a lot closer. It will. Oh, yeah. I don't know if it'll be done by this year. Do you think though that that's somewhere they could put him for the time being and be
Possibly.
basically housed at?
I think he'd have to have
Gibbs?
a sponsorship to go there,
I do too.
to go to 2311. I think Joe Gibbs
I mean-
has enough to cover him right now, but
I mean, Michael Jordan just did sell the part of Hornets for what, like $2 billion. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like he's going to go somewhere.
he might be close.
Also, word on the street is that Noah is. We got to talk about him anyway. Noah Gregson is leaving Legacy.
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to college.
Seems like a
Maybe.
good fit, the way it would work out.
Yeah.
If they won't, I don't know.
If they want him now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe he could go there,
Yeah.
and that'd be it, because that's a new Toyota team coming open. I could see that.
If he wants to. I don't. He spent a year in Cup with Front Row, and I mean,
He wants to get back.
That's what- yeah.
He's made it.
He
He has openly said he wants to get back to Cup, but he wants the right situation.
Let's say, yeah,
And
I don't think he would want to, because kind of Front Row felt like he was kind of pushed up, and then
100%. I really do think Legacy looks horrible this year.
yeah,
Absolutely horrible. They're just terrible. But I really do think the biggest reason for that is because of the Toyota Switch. I think these cars right now are evolving daily. I think they are changing stuff for each manufacturer daily. And I really think Chevrolet has now left Legacy out of the loop.
yeah,
So I really think when they do switch Toyota, I imagine
I see them. a lot
they
better.
probably have some sort of. I mean, because Gibbs is obviously the head Toyota team. I feel like they're probably going, okay, get them started. Toyota's
I thought
probably
they could be
definitely
a
gonna
lot
sell.
more towards the front side of the mid pack.
I do too.
Than the tail of it.
And I agree. Starting off, that's where they'll be, and after that, it's up to their engineers and crew chiefs to figure it out there. So I don't know. And what's so bad is, like you just said, it's all a sponsorship game.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta have 'em.
You got to have sponsorship to go wherever you want to go or need to go, or wherever you can go. You got to have sponsorship anymore. Real quick, before we even get into the results, we just talked about Noah Gregson. Noah Gregson has now been suspended by Legacy Motorsports. They were first to suspend him. And NASCAR turned around and indefinitely suspended him. I did some digging in on what it was for. I get, if nobody saw, it was from a post, a Instagram post in 2010, 2020, I believe.
I do think it was 2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was this year. I didn't realize
No,
that
it was
far
from
back.
2020.
Yeah, it wasn't a recent meme.
No, and it was a what was the dude's name? George Floyd. It was a meme. I ain't gonna get into it. Whatever. Yes, I will say, 100% bad taste. 100%. Whatever. That's beyond. My problem. The only thing that happened, Noah didn't put it out there. Noah liked it,
Yeah.
supposedly. I hate to tell anybody, but I probably, if somebody asked me if I liked something on Facebook or Instagram from yesterday, I probably wouldn't remember it, for one. Two, this is where my issue comes in. And now he has just fessed up to it and manned up to it, I will say, and just said it was bad judgment on my part, blah, blah, blah. Went a politically correct route, which he had to do.
Yeah.
My problem is, though, because I don't have to necessarily be politically correct on this podcast, is I have many days scrolled through Facebook, I've scrolled through Instagram, I've scrolled through Twitter, and especially Facebook, I've gotten notifications that it says a post you liked got, this comment, and I'm like, well, when did I like that post? And I look back at it, and I'm like, I don't even remember this post. I definitely don't remember liking it. You can scroll through that stuff and accidentally hit the little heart many times. It's easy to do with your thumb, just rolling up through it. I don't know.
One thing I was kind of surprised is I kind of thought all those guys that were, verified and that was their account they used for racing kind of had a burner account per se for that
personal stuff.
Yeah,
now in 2020,
I don't think I would be going through, an account like that and just scrolling through.
Most of them is their PR guys.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't figure most of them were.
He was in Xfinity at the time, and some of them have PR people. Some of them just have a manager who doesn't go with them all, doesn't do their social media necessarily.
Yeah.
And I want to say, and I wish Sterling was here because I can't remember. I can't remember if it was June of 2020 or not June, 1st of 2020, like February, or was it 2020? I want to say it was 2021 though. I could be wrong, but we actually met. It had to be 2021. Had to be. We met Noah down at in Daytona. We interviewed him on the pier, on the GoPro right there. Actually, I was just walking around with a GoPro. We were just messing around with some stuff, and all of a sudden I look back. There's a van pulling up to the pier at Daytona. They were there for the race. We were there for the race that weekend. And Noah, that was when first time he was driving the Beard Motorsports ride at Daytona. And we talked to him. One of the nicest guys there to talk to.
Yeah.
I mean, just came right up to us and talked to us like he's known us forever. It was the same off camera as he was on camera. I mean, he really was. He was super cool. Now, I know Noah's a little polarizing, with stuff he's done this year and whatever. But to me, that's all I can base it off of. To me, he was super nice. Did he do it? Did he like this on purpose? Just, yeah, great, whatever. I don't know. I mean, that's up to him. But my thing is, he had no history of anything else.
Yeah, I don't.
That's my thought about
To me,
it.
liking it is not like I'm endorsing this.
Exactly.
It's just whatever. I don't know.
It was really bad too, and especially on Facebook, you can like a post. That post have absolutely nothing on it. Just says, I don't know, it's hot outside, and you like it. Somebody can go back and edit that post.
Yeah.
Add in a picture later, and it looks like you liked it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
don't know that
it's
happened.
stupid to me. I don't.
Exactly.
I don't want to get started on it. Really,
it's stupid to me too. I mean, to me, that should have just been
maybe warrant an apology if you got to do it. Whatever.
Exactly. I don't think it warranted a suspension personally. I don't know. Thomas, what you think?
I don't think I warranted a suspension either. I mean, who's to say this didn't happen like years ago?
Oh,
Like-
yeah. Well, it did. I mean, 2020.
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, it
Well,
did.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's like, it's just a no good situation with this whole thing, because it's like at one end you gotta be politically correct but then on the other end it's like you could have stumbled across this by accident, like you said. Does it warrant suspension? No. But it's NASCAR's call, and I honestly don't know what they're going to do after this because they haven't even said how long it's going to be.
I got a good feeling. Being that it's already August, he's probably out for the rest of the year.
That's crazy.
It is crazy to me
Probably,
too.
yeah,
It's
it's
crazy
just-
to me too. I'm just judging this off of because the only basis we can even get close to on this is Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got a feeling he's out for the rest of the year. He's going to have to go through sensitivity training or whatever you want to call it, and they'll allow him to come back. They'll release his suspension over the winter. Just to say they done something about it. I think he's gone with legacy anyway.
Yeah.
They'll have him under contract through the rest of the year. It's just an easy out for them. And it puts team in a bad place. It puts team and NASCAR in a bad place. That's what sucks about it. Somebody's going and digging around stuff. I'm not saying it was right, but just somebody digging around.
Yeah. Who?
Who goes back for 3 years now digging around something to see if somebody who liked it? I'm just like, did you did you screenshot this that long ago and just like, I'm gonna use this when he's getting big and when something's about to happen? Are you just that spiteful of a person? I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I don't get it either. All right, so in saying that, Michigan this week finished today. We're recording on a Monday, so finished today. Chris Buescher took home the win 2 in a row.
Yep.
After RFK last year was not good. This year they showed promise. First of the year. Kept on
Both cars
getting
in
better.
the playoffs.
Exactly. Both cars playoffs eligible right now. They've just gotten better and better in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In a time that Ford is not showing really much of anything. So congratulations to them. I'm glad to see it. I'm not a Ford fan. I'm not a huge Roush fan always, but I am a fan of competition.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of.
I like to see what Keselowski did to that team.
I do
He was
too.
good.
I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I'm a fan of there being 20, 25 cars out there that can win each week rather than 5. So congratulations to them. In saying that, Sterling picked up another win off of that because he picked Chris Buescher. Connor picked you picked Keselowski, didn't you?
Yep. Keselowski.
And I think he brought home a
Fourth place
finish. I picked Bubba. Bubba came home like 18th or something. I don't know. Not good. So that leaves me. Where are we racing this week?
Watkins Glen. No, in Indy Road Course.
Indy
Road
Road Course.
We're getting on the road course swing here.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is going to be a fun one.
Indy. I'm ready. They need to go back to the Indy Oval 1 year. And if it don't work, just
They're
somewhere
testing
else.
thereafter. Already heard.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Indy Road Course is just not a good NASCAR course.
It doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't
It's
at all.
It's like bring back the Brickyard 400, honestly.
And I know where Connor probably realizes where I'm going already. Writing in my week 24 down here.
I think I do. I think I've made this mistake one time.
I don't know if this is a mistake. I don't think this is a mistake. I think I'm gonna roll with this one. This is my second write in for the year. I had to write in Jonathan Davenport on the dirt. That didn't work out for me, by the way. I don't remember what car number this is. I don't know. I had to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm starting. I was thinking something else, but I know exactly what you're doing now.
I'm going to go with, and I'm not even going to try to spell this, SVG.
SVG.
Shane Van Gisbergen.
Oh,
Gisbergen.
However you say it.
However you say that one.
Just don't go the Joe Logano route with that one.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm taking him for the Indy Road Course. He's coming back. He has put out his intentions. He wants to move to NASCAR in 2024.
Yeah, which I think is wild.
I do too.
I think it'd be cool to see though.
All right, I'm gonna go with him. So Connor, you're up.
I was kind of unsure until you pulled that on me, but I think I'm gonna one up you. I think
You gonna one up me?
Yeah.
Who you one upping to?
I think I'm gonna go with
Well,
the 33, Brody Gostecki or whatever.
Who's that?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
He's the other supercar driver.
Oh, is it
Field.
another one coming
Yeah.
over?
He's actually, I mean, he's leading the super. He's ahead of SVG in the supercar standings. He's driving for RCR this week.
I just think SVG's got one up on being the fact that he's already driven one time.
True.
True.
No, I don't
Very
know.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm glad you could spell that.
I don't think I spelled it right.
That-
Whatever.
I don't know how.
That's why I
I'd have
didn't
to
try.
look.
I didn't try at all. All right. So Sterling, I texted him a little while ago. Let's see which one he put first here. Uh-oh.
He should have.
I think our lights just dimmed real quick.
He should have about anybody in the field.
He does. He is going with. This isn't a bad pick, I don't believe. Michael McDowell,
No.
Indy Road Course. There,
Definitely an odd one, but not a bad one.
he's if you've seen our sheets, Thomas, we're running out of choices. We run these up until playoff time, and then once playoff starts, we reset. So, to
Kind of
recap,
surprised nobody picked Kamui.
what's that?
I'm kind of surprised nobody picked Kamui Kobayashi.
Who?
Kamui Kobayashi. He's going in the 67.
We
this
can't
week.
spell. We don't even know how to start to spell that.
If we can't pronounce it, we're not going to pick it.
He's a World Endurance Championship driver. He used to be an F1 driver.
Ah. All right, so to recap our standings here, let's see. I think Sterling in the lead with 48 points. Is that right? 35, 40. No, yeah, 45, 48. It's been a day, Connor. Sterling with 48 points. I think, let's see. I have 45 points. Connor has 30, 35, 40, 43 points. We're close.
It is close. Late season charge.
I think we're going to have to hurry up and end this because
Yeah,
I keep seeing.
I might better get home.
I know. So yeah, we're gonna have a good battle here. So to recap real fast, Sterling takes Michael McDowell. Connor takes
Brody Kostecki.
Brody. No, just kidding. And I'm taking SVG.
There we go.
Guys, we always want to thank our good friends over at MPM, McAllister's Precision Marketing. Really appreciate them every week. Appreciate them coming on our racing also. If you're in the market to get your advancement in motorsports, period, you need a good marketing team behind you. So get with MPM Marketing. Also, Rev Max Racing. You need a suit. You need a good-looking suit. Check out Rev Max Racing. Definitely will not be disappointed there. Also, Dixie Made over here in Florence, right by the flea market here in Florence, right beside them. Go check out Dixie Made. Some of the best stuff. Southern Fried Cotton, Drake, Simply Southern, just some of the brands that they have in stock. Costa, sunglasses, all kind of stuff. So y'all go check them out. Go check them out. What else we got? Anything?
Nope. I don't think we're going to be in action this week.
Nope. I think we're parked for the week.
Yep. If the shop don't fall on us.
Kidding. What about you, Thomas? Got anything else?
Nothing really much. Just thank you guys for letting me come on this.
Sounds like it. I think it's Helen.
Yeah. Might camp out here for a
Do
little while.
not let that come to me.
We'll be sitting here in the shop for just a little while. All right, guys. Well, before we get cut off the air here, I want to say appreciate all y'all checking us out. Come check out our iRacing League. Appreciate all our partners on here. But appreciate you, Thomas, jumping on with us today.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank everyone who let the racing season go by. Dennis Brown especially. My mother, my stepfather, my father. All the people who make these cars go fast for us.
There you go. You be at Florence in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm going to be there, or at least try to be there.
Cool. All right, everybody. Well, we appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. And appreciate you. Leave us a like, a share, a follow, a review. Leave us reviews, especially on Apple Podcast stuff there, or on Facebook page. The best ones we might read them, or the worst ones. Either way,
it'll be good content.
It'll be great content.
Great content.
So everybody on there right now, go on there and leave us a review. That's what we want. We want reviews. All right, guys. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all next time.
See ya.
Yeah.